slice of life. Please welcome Michael C. Hall. Please welcome Mrs. Rita Morgan, Julie Benz. This next guy is new to the cast in season 4. I'm not sure what his role is going to be like, but they're calling him the Trinity Killer, and that can't be good. Please welcome Mr. John Lithgow. I'm going to welcome our executive producers of Dexter, starting with Mr. John Goldwyn. Sarah Colleton. Clyde Phillips. And Melissa Rosenberg. We're going to try to get to as many of your questions as we can in the next hour. I've got a couple myself to kick things off. First, I'd like to congratulate everyone on the Emmy nomination for Dexter. And of course for Michael as well. And Jimmy Smith as well was nominated for an Emmy for season 3. Well deserved. The true congratulations, I think, has to go to Michael because, once again, he has been immortalized in a brand new action figure. This is the Dark Defender action figure. And it's available at the Entertainment Earth booth. You can go tomorrow and pick this up. I believe Michael has signed some already, so you can check that. And it comes with a collectible blood slide, which I love. Michael, how does it feel to be immortalized in an action figure?
Very strange, but it's fantastic. When we were shooting the pilot, I had no idea that it was into this. Bobbleheads, action figures.
It's a disturbing thing with people playing with you all over the world.
Well, I can't feel it.
Yeah. And of course, the ladies have bobbleheads, which are great. You can pick those up as well. I want to start the questions with any one of the executive producers may want to address this. It's just a question I had. When the writer's strike happened, and you guys were on CBS, what impact did it have on the show?
It had a tremendous impact, actually, perhaps an unintended impact. When the writer's strike happened and there was no original programming for the major networks, CBS, which owns Showtime, took Dexter and put it on the air, and it brought millions of more people that ordinarily would watch Showtime to watch our show. And then those people, we believe, turned around and then subscribed. Those eyeballs then went back and subscribed to Showtime and helped make the show more popular the next year. And we also think that it contributed to our first Emmy nomination last year by having done it on CBS.
Mr. Lithgow, I wanted to ask you a question. How does it feel to come on to a show that has been so successful and kind of jump on a train that's already moving so quickly as an actor? How does that impact you?
It's been completely wonderful. Everybody has just taken me aboard. When I showed up to sit at the table and read the first episode, it was the first time the entire cast had come back together in about 5 or 6 months. So it was like the first day of school. I was like the new kid at school. But everybody was so nice to me. They didn't know exactly what I was going to do in the next several episodes. They were still very nice. And the work experience has been tremendous. We've done 5 episodes now. My only regret is that I still lurk and stalk. I haven't worked with any of these marvelous people yet. I just think they're such an incredible cast. I can't wait to actually have scenes with them.
The chemistry on the show between the actors is so tremendous, and the characters themselves. How does it change when a new actor is infused into the cast? Does it add some energy? Does it alter things? Any of you guys can answer that.
I mean, I think we are so lucky to have a show where we attract such high caliber talent like John Lithgow, like Jimmy Smits last year. I know for speaking for myself, it raises the bar on my own work. And it's just so amazing to have someone like John join our cast.
I think the great thing about Dexter, I mentioned to these guys as I watched all the episodes back to back before I came out here to do this, and it really plays like a trilogy of feature films when you look at from season to season to season. I think one of the strongest aspects of the show is that the characters evolve and change, and that really is what makes it dynamic, dramatically. As an actor, is it difficult for you to remember the people you were in season 1 when you're in season 4?
It's as difficult to remember that as it is to remember who I was 3 years ago. I mean, I think it's a really daunting proposition sometimes to make an open-ended commitment to a character without a foreseeable end in sight. But when it's a character and a world that is so rich, it makes it a lot easier to take that leap. And I don't know. It gets to the point where you start to change with the character starts to change with you. I think our writers are very sensitive to who we are as actors and write to our strengths, to our weaknesses, challenge us in ways that they wouldn't necessarily challenge someone if they didn't have a specific person in mind. So it's a unique challenge.
We're 4 years in now, so it's unfolded like a real life might. We have dual personalities. It's hard to ignore the story because it's happened to you. You know, I walk into their home and I have memories, and well, not their home this year because it's new, but like you walk into the bullpen and you remember all of these instances that have things that have happened to you, and it's in your body. So it's like real life.
Speaking of an open-ended commitment to a series, and I'll ask this of the producers, did you think, how far ahead did you think when this all started? I mean, Dexter has become this phenomenon, has become this world. How far into season 4, season 5 were you considering when you first started the project?
We were thrilled to get a pilot commitment. And then we were thrilled to get a series pickup. And I remember very clearly as John Goldwyn, it was very close to Christmas the first year, and sometime after Christmas, Showtime was going to make the decision whether they were going to go to series or not. And we had just come from a meeting where we had dozens and dozens of notes, and I was on my way to the airport, and John had my luggage, and we were sort of like schlepping my luggage back to the hotel, because it was back to the editing room. We were thinking, it's close to Christmas, this is never going to happen. What are we doing? We're going to have 8 months of our life, and we love this show. Will anybody else love this show? And boom, it turned into Dexter. So
we had no idea when Sarah and I looked at the pilot. We thought, we love it. We hope everybody else loves it.
the reception the piece as well.
Now that you're into season 4, do you start to think about the future?